Namaskar everyone and good morning. I decided to do an impromptu darshan with you. Let's see who's going to be part of our circle today. We have beautiful sun out today. So here's to wishing you a marvelous day. And the day is what we make of it. So the goal then is to take charge of this day and know that you have the power to change anything. Of course, within your inner world, because outside is more difficult, but you can change the internal, the psyche. And the first thing is, are you aware of everything that plays in your energy field, your emotional field, your mental field, your vital field of prana, life force, vitality, your physical field, and of course, all of it is happening in a consciousness field, in a field of awareness. And how expansive is your field of awareness today, in this moment? And to me, the fascination of life is timelessness and time. So from a timeless space within us, the seeing is there from a timeless space. The seeing is there. And we are viewing time, we are observing time, but we become identified with time. We watch the earth spin and the sun appears to move and we we measure time by that. But who is measuring time if not the timeless within you that is beyond time? And that space of timelessness within us is our own, the depth of our own soul. So we have an unlimited part of us, a changeless part of us, a timeless part of us, and we are operating in a field of limitation. If you identify, if it becomes your identity, if you identify with that timeless part of you, that changeless part of you, you realize that your love can be ever flowing, ever new. And therein you can be creative with your mental visions, and you can create and recreate visions and don't get caught in one as we tend to do. What power we have, what awesome power we have, if only when we know. The major thing is ignorance. We are ignorant of all that we are. And it's celebratory when we can really be conscious of all that we are. I'm soaking in the sun. It's beautiful to have the sun. I'm soaking it in, knowing I can feel the radiance and warmth of the sun on my face, can feel the wind on my skin, can feel my power to manipulate and move the breath, can feel the energy behind the breath, can feel you as beings in my space that can that are focused on me, that can transmit energies towards me, that can receive my transmissions to you. And it's phenomenal. What a world. And we are in constant exchange with the energies of the environment. So the goal is to be in charge of your day and not to lose that management, that control of your day. And no matter how things features in your space, no matter how difficult things are, there's always a way out. There's always a way out. All we need to be aware of is the possibilities that are there for us. Always. different possibilities. And I love dreams, right? Because sometimes I'm playing in the dream, and sometimes my back is against the wall, depending on what I've been thinking during the day. My back is against the wall, and I know it, and I know this is a dream, and I tell myself, oh, okay, let's wake up from it, because there is no solution here. Let's wake up from it. Let's wake up from it, and I wake up and say, oh my God, yeah. So the main thing is waking up from the illusion. It's an illusion for our soul, our spirit to think that we are suffering because we don't suffer. Suffering is an illusion in this space. Of course, the illusion has a reality of its own, right? So you're able to feel the illusion in a very powerful way as a reality, but it's only an illusion. It's not your ultimate reality. It's not your permanent reality. And the beautiful thing of this timeless state, this changeless state, is the freedom that you feel in there, not limited by anything. And that's where we can act and yet not become caught in the field. And that's the way you can play without creating the karmas. Karmas only happen when you become attached to action and attached to the fruits of action. And you become and you store these feelings inside of you of desires and unfulfilled desires and anger, um, like which comes from unfulfilled desire and resentment towards others, and you keep these patterns inside. Then you identify with them. Your life is predicated by them and heavily influenced. But when you can detach from them, seeing them as creations of yours, and you can dismantle, you can recreate, you can modify, and that's where the joy is. It's in the creativity that is possible in a realm of all possibilities. And you can wake up from the illusion of sickness in the body or challenges around. You can wake up from that illusion by shifting your perception. That's the waking up to another level of consciousness. It's really a shift in perception. And for me, it's an adventure in shifting perceptions because I love problem solving. Because when I get into a space, I'm looking for things outside of the box. I'm not going to think inside of the box only. I'm going to be also thinking outside of the box. So I always am thinking that there is a solution. There's a solution somewhere. There is something that I could do here. And I never give up. And ultimately, I'll find. And if I don't find anything, I know that it's meant to be that I stay in this space until something happens. But always contented. So while speaking to you, I'm maintaining that meditative awareness. I'm maintaining the ecstasy inside of my heart and being and my heart-mind connection. I can feel the beautiful stimulation in my brain. I can feel it on the nervous system. I can feel the feel-good chemicals, the dopamine. I can oxytocin. I can feel the sweetness of these things. And the breath becomes an ecstasy just to draw. Everybody's ecstatic because it's prana. And I don't pull the breath because I want to pull the breath. I pull the breath in utmost respect and sensitivity to the energy channels and the physical body itself, how the body wants to breathe as a living organism, and how the prana features in the body. I draw the breath based on that, completely in harmony with the fields of being. A little breathing exercise inspired by how my body feels and how to make it feel better. I don't need to go to a textbook for this. My divine energy within produces this automatically. And I have great sensitivity to right and left nostrils and to the heating and cooling breath. That's where breathing becomes a tonic and elixir. And then I want to store energy in my solar plexus, in the gut area, in the dantian. That's my gut. Storing energy in my lower dantian. So I can feel the power of the sacral, I can feel the power of the root, I can feel the power of the gut, and the storing in my heart. Again, I do this coordinating with the body and the energy field, the pranamaya kosha, the pranic body, and then I'm doing it with the brain and brown. My medulla area and my third eye become one, and I'm recharging my brain. This is what I'm going to describe to you and work with you in the 40 days doing. And I'm going to challenge you to get it. So I'm with you. I'm in your field. You're in my field. I'm co-creating with you. And how is your day? How are you beginning your day from the inside? How are you meeting and treating with your day? How are you centered within yourself deep inside that you can be in management of your day? Your emotions need to be under your control. You need to be manifesting the emotion that you want to in the space and not to be hijacked by emotions that you don't really want to entertain or engage in. How do you manage your emotions? How do you manage your thoughts? And first, it requires mindfulness, being able to be aware of the quality and content of every thought and emotion in your field and every intention that you generate. Are you aware of the intentions and how they grab you with energy and how they hold you in their field? So you generate thoughts and emotions, so you need to be aware, and intentions. So you need to be aware of the kind of energies they bring into your space and how to hold you or to grab you. These are patterns that bind, how they hold you. However your day is manifesting today, you need to find that place of freedom within your own soul, and it's always there. You need to find that place of freedom. You need to identify with it. You need to to generate your thoughts from there. Because in that state of freedom, your intuitive power becomes greater, your power to connect with that inner guidance, that inner guru within you. And always starting your day in this meditative awareness where you can take charge of your day. That's extremely important. And this meditative awareness, you're aware of your pranic being, you're aware of your emotional being, well, that's prana too. Your mental being, your physical being, you're aware of your bones and blood and flesh. You need to be aware of all that features in your space, and you need to be acting in such a way that you stay in balance during your day and you stay on top of your day, however it is. Even if there are peaks and valleys, you stay afloat. You stay on top of the game. So while speaking with you, I'm holding you in meditative awareness as well. I hope that you can feel it, because that's the greater gift of this communication. Not just the words, but that you can be in my field, that you can be in our field. It's not mine, it's ours. I'm just an initiator of energy in the field. But it's our field. And when you learn something from me, it's not mine, it's yours, because it has been awakened within you, so it's yours. When it's not awakened in you, when you don't feel it, when you don't experience it, then it becomes mine, because you say, okay, he said this. But when you become alive with it, when you begin to identify with it, when you begin to resonate with it, it's yours. So everything that I say and everything that I do, begin to feel it within your own being and own it as yours. It's yours. And in terms of mantras, the mantras are beautiful. The first mantra, and the Upanishad is a beautiful book of mantras. It says, Asatoma Sadgamaya. Asat means the illusion, that which is not real. And it says, lead me away from the asat, asatoma, and guide me to the truth, to the changeless. Sadgamaya, and the sat. The sat is the changeless. Guide me to the changeless. Lead me to the changeless. And he says, from this ignorance of that gets me caught in the asat, it puts me in the tamas, tamasoma, take away the tamas, jyotirgamaya. Let me experience the light inside, the light of wisdom, the light of knowledge, the light of truth. And it says, as an extension, take away the fear of mortality, of change, of dying, of destruction, of dissolution. Take it away from me. It's not real. Mrityorma, mrityu is death, change. Amritam kamaya. Amritam is the nectar of the immortality, the sweetness of immortality, the consciousness of immortality. Immortality is not described as a state that is not a joyous one. It's full of blissfulness, and that's the better word. So can you appreciate the beauty of the prayer? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma, amritam gamaya. When you understand it, it's beautiful just to sigh. And as you begin your day, the power of the sun is in me. And the same way that the power of the external sun can bring brightness to our world, may the power of the internal light that transcendent light, that light that comes from transcending, from the transcendental space, let that light light up my intellect, my way of thinking, my way of processing. And that light that shines in every chakra, Om Bhur, Om Bhuva, Om Swaha, Om Mahara, Om Jana, Om Tapa, Om Satya. Om Bhur Swa, Tatsavitur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yono Prachodayat. May that light, that internal light, illumine my intellect. I'm holding you in the blissfulness and joy of my own soul, knowing that the center of my being and the center of your being are the same. The joy of every day for me is the joyous bonding with life itself, internally within my own being, every cell, and with the world around me. That's the joy of my day, being in complete harmony with my world, inner and outer. What's the joy of your day? What is the joy of your day? What are you looking forward to in your day? And my joy never ends, because in every situation I'm just enjoying the blissfulness of that engagement. Doesn't matter what it is. And if it's sometimes a painful engagement, I learn from it. I grow from it. It becomes a blessing. But perhaps the most important thing is that in our soul we are free. In our spirit we are free. Meditation can become an extremely joyous activity if you know how to tap into those centers of elixir within you, centers of nourishment, centers of pranic nourishment, centers of stimulation that can really excite the nervous system in beautiful ways, stimulate the nervous system in beautiful ways. Not the ways of depleting the nervous system, but enhancing it. And that's what real well-being is. A system that is in balance, homeostasis, a system that is responsive to the environment in very positive and synergistic ways. A system that is free of conflict. So thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. Always a joy to have your company. Tremendous joy. Being on the planet at this time, it's marvelous. It's challenging but marvelous. Environmental challenge is a big one. Pollution of the air, water, the soils that are exhausted of nutrients. Stressful life, plants and animals. humans, that we can rejoice in a spirit of goodness and love and oneness and co-creativity, the joy of being together. So this was spontaneous, this darshan. I just thought of, let me share my Saturday morning with you. It's too exciting, it's too sweet, it's too blissful that I don't want to keep it to myself. I wanted to share it with you. So we're coming close to the 40 days. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited by it. I've tried to create a structure that will be exciting. And I hope there is something for everybody in it that is a true seeker, that is looking for more than just the pleasures and power of ordinary life. And every 40 day, I'm sure it's a step for those of you who've been with me on these journeys. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to leave you here to enjoy your day. I hope I've touched it in some way, positively, and that you're going to have a blissful day. Yeah? Let me do the prayer of togetherness with you. Om Sahana Bhavatu. May we be protected together in this day. Sahana Bhunaktu. May we be nourished together by all the forms of nourishment in this day. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. May we be strong together, strengthened by our togetherness, by our unity, by our divinity. May we be strong together, rising above any weakness. Tejasvi Navaditamastu. May our knowledge always be full of light, not darkness. Ma Vidvishavahe. May we stay united in the divine, despite our differences in thought and personality. Om Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Shanti, peace. Have a blissful day, everyone. Until next time, have a marvelous Saturday. Namaskar.